so many crazy things have happened. Like, bruh, like I got to travel with X and B Real and see some wild stuff. I remember one time they hired Xzibit to play in like Tupelo, Georgia, like that's like right outside of Russia, and they had just gained their like independence from Russia. So like we're landing on the runway, and I see a big ass fucking, like there's potholes like in the airport runway. Like, yo, this shit been bombed, like for sure. And then all of a sudden, I see a pack of stray dogs come running across the airport thing from the window. I was like, yo, I've never seen anything like this. Where are we? So we get off of and we're about to go do the show. Or we get off of the plane, and it's actually like a really rich dude's son's birthday party is what we're actually going to perform for. We had no idea, and I've been touring it back in, like hyping for X for a while, and I had never been a show like this. You know, where he was like an albino kid with like dreadlocks. It was crazy, you know? And he wanted to be a rapper. So we're essentially going to play his birthday party. So they'd only ever had one other rap act there, and it was Coolio. So like we're going to do something for TV. We're sitting down at a press conference in the hotel lobby, and it's on television. They got us all sitting right there, and they're like, one lady gets up, she's like, Xzibit, why do you love fried chicken so much? Is it because it tastes good? And like, we were stumped. We're like, what the hell? She's like, are you asking me if I like fried chicken? I don't know what kind of response you're trying to get from me right here. Yes, I like fried chicken, but why did you ask that? She's like, oh, because it's on your rider. And it wasn't on his rider, it actually was on Jim Jones's rider. We found that out later, but it was such a crazy thing because they don't even, there's no fried chicken in that, it doesn't exist. And so it was just a crazy question to get asked in front of a whole group of reporters. And it just was a trippy thing, man. It was wild, man. These kind of places you go to, it's like, they believe in every fucking stereotype. It's like, yes, no worry, no problems. Get him Hennessy, he will be okay. You know, so that's a lot of that overseas like travel stuff. So it's crazy. This one promoter was like booked Coolio one time, booked Xzibit, and booked Jim Jones. Yeah, actually we performed like on a bar. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it was like a show. Like usually when I tour with X, like it's big festivals. This was like in a small city or a small country that had just gained its independence, and like we're bringing in like hip hop for the first time ever. So it was lit, it was crazy. But we did get out of there quick though. We got out of there pretty quick. We performed and went to the airport right after and got up out of there. Yeah, but I mean, we landed in the morning and we already was like, yo, culture's way different. Touring with X, Xzibit in one of his Australia tours, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna go look at check out the alligators or whatever. You can swim with the alligators. So we're like, get over there. And then when you see a real big ass alligator in person, it's like a low key, it's a trip how crazy big they are. And it's like this, the news was with us. That's what it was. I forgot about that. The news was with us. So the pressure was on, because when we got there and we seen the alligator, like I wasn't really trying to do it, because it's like a little glass like thing, you know, that little like cage thing you got in was all like plexiglass. So we get in there, I'm like, fuck it, we gotta do it, the news is here. So we get into the tank, they start lowering it down, and I'm like, this ain't that bad, because the alligator is like over here on this ledge, and it's huge. I'm talking about like 15, 16 feet at least. And looking, it's like in a small little fucking thing, it was crazy. But then the dude gets on top of it gets on top of the cage with the meat on the hook and starts putting the bloody like fucking stuff in the water, and the alligator just immediately, boom, goes in and starts attacking the thing, the little like cage that we were in. It was a trip. I wanted to get the fuck out of there quick. But yeah, that was a wild tour story from Australia. Yeah. Touring with X, man.
They're a figure of power. So everyone is respecting you first. You're the one with the bullets. You're the one with the mace, the Billy Club.
For me, I remember walking outside and just writing, you know, some music for my mixtape Savage Journey and kind of sitting in this driveway and seeing $300, $200, $400,000 cars, you know what I mean? And just writing and being inspired, like, man, like, this is where I'm trying to get to.
Being a musician, for me, that's obviously something that's real big and important when it comes to, you know, producing music and making sure everything sounds exactly how you want it to. You know, he was just a master.
I see Rihanna walking up, and she has like a yellow, like mustard bottle in her hand. She sees me, and I'm running. But I run into like a corner where I can't go anywhere. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wimped out, and I was like, well, I guess I'm got.